Hello everybody, this is Mike Otzler. I'm the chapter board president of the Western Wisconsin JDRF chapter. I'm sitting here with a fantastic speaker from tonight's research update event in Madison, Wisconsin, Doug Lowenstein. Doug, could you tell us a little bit about what you shared with everybody tonight, a little bit about yourself, and maybe the three things that you're most excited about on the research front?
Sure, Mike, thanks very much. It's really a pleasure to be here in Wisconsin. I'm connected to this disease by, as many of you are, by a loved one. My daughter Emma was diagnosed with type 1 in 2001 at the age of 14. She's now 31 and she's doing well. And like so many families, we were looking for a home, looking for a place that could give us hope and opportunity to ensure that Emma would not live with this disease for the rest of her life. And so we threw ourselves into JDRF, and we've been involved, my wife and I, since 2001, and have seen a lot of change in the organization. And I'm more excited now than I've ever been. I'm more hopeful than I've ever been. And you know, when you have a disease like this, when you're involved with it, you do have your ups and downs. I mean, it's just natural, it's human nature. Hope rises, hope kind of falls, because it takes a while to make progress when you're doing disease research. But as I said, I'm really more excited now than I've ever been, and more hopeful that Emma will not live the rest of her life with this disease. I'm most excited really about several areas of research that I think we're making tremendous progress on. Of course, one is the artificial pancreas systems, which many of you have probably heard about. And I think it's important to note that if it were not for JDRF, there would not be any artificial pancreas systems on the market today. That's just a definitive unequivocal statement that I will tell you. And it's very exciting technology. These systems that are on the market have a tremendously a positive impact on people's blood glucose control. It's transformative. And we're going to continue to see innovation and advances in artificial pancreas technology over the next 5 years. They're here to stay, and we're going to see better and better technology. And eventually, we're going to see a fully automated insulin delivery system. I'm absolutely convinced of that, and I don't think it's that far into the future, and it will be in part because of the work of JDRF and our leadership. A second area that I'm really, really excited about is one we call beta cell replacement or beta cell encapsulation. This is a concept where you have beta cells that are encapsulated in a protective coating or a protective packet, and they're implanted into someone with type 1. And as they're implanted and the beta cells integrate with the blood system, they can release insulin through the packet into the bloodstream, and the attacking cells that destroy the beta cells can't penetrate inside the packet. So you have insulin going out, but attacking destructive cells not able to penetrate it. And so the idea is that we can advance these devices forward, and that people with type 1 will eventually be able to go to a doctor, have an outpatient procedure where an encapsulated beta cell or islet cell device is implanted, and they leave, and for maybe 12 months, maybe 18 months at a time, the device does all the work. And they literally don't have to think or worry about their type 1. They don't have to count their carbs. They don't have to give themselves injections or use pumps. It's really something that's transformative. And quite honestly, my own daughter has said to me, you know what, Dad, if you can give me a device that allows me to live without thinking about this disease for 12 months or 18 months at a time, and that reduces my risk for complications over my life, that's a cure to me. And we all know it's not a biological cure, but with people with type 1 diabetes, I think most of them would regard that as a pretty exciting development and pretty transformative from a lifestyle standpoint. And a third area that I'm really excited about is ultimately trying to cure this disease. And you know, I think for years we've struggled to figure out how this disease progresses, what causes it. We still don't know everything, but we know a lot more than we used to. We now know that the beta cell is often under stress as it's destroyed or attacked in this autoimmune event. And we're working today on funding human clinical trials with drugs that actually have shown a positive effect on restoring beta cell health and survival in people with type 1 diabetes. It's a small step, but it's an incredibly important step, because to cure this disease, ultimately, We need to restore normal beta cell function, which means we have to help these beta cells that are still in the pancreas. When Emma was diagnosed, they said there are no more. They'll be gone after a while. But we know that people who have had type 1 for 50 years still have beta cells. So now if we can find a way to restore beta cell health, increase beta cell mass in people, that's partway to curing this disease. And then when we combine that with a way to harness or block the autoimmune attack, which we are also making progress on, funding vaccines that have the potential to prevent type 1 diabetes, we've got the secret sauce to curing this disease. So there's so much more I could talk about because our portfolio is not just in the artificial pancreas and beta cell replacement and ultimately beta cell restoration. We've got exciting work in the prevention area. We've got amazing work in helping people better control their glucose levels, things that are going to come out onto the market that will be available to people with type 1 in the very near future that are a result of JDRF funding and leadership. So there's a lot to be excited about. We have a long way to go. None of us are satisfied. Everybody in this community is impatient, and it's not soon enough, but we're getting there.
Well, thank you for sharing all of the fantastic updates and making it clear to everybody that was here tonight in Madison that the success and the research is yielding very tangible things. It's improving the lives of T1D families today and really just giving us a lot more hope and inspiration that we already had. But now I think it seems like the sense you gave us tonight here was that we're really on the cusp of some really great new progress. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Mike. It's a pleasure to be here in Wisconsin. Look forward to coming back.
We'd love to have you.
Thank you.